Hello, welcome to another Emacspeak C tutorial thing. So, let's say you want to do a lot of things instead of just one thing. So, I have an example file here, and I'm just going to get it to read out line by line.
B.
Oops. What am I doing here?
With loops.c2 c/*l top.
Okay. And we're just going to go through it. Oh, sorry, it's probably a little bit quiet. Here we go. Okay, so we're just going to go through it line by line.
/ how to do many things with few lines. Pound include less than stdio.h greater than. Int main left paren right paren left brace. Indentate print left paren quotes cap loopy loopy exclamation \n quotes right paren semicolon. Indentate return 0 semicolon right brace.
So the entirety of the file, you can find this on my website and stuff if you need a copy of it. So here's the issue. If I wanted to print loopy loopy 6 times, let's say, or you know what, let's start simple. Let's say I wanted to type it twice. Well, I could go up here to the return,
Right indentate return 0 new line.
Hit enter, and then make a new line myself and say printf.
Left paren quotes.
Oops, sorry, I have character echo on.
Turned off Emacspeak -character -echo locally dot. Indentate print left paren quotes.
Okay, and I can put loopy
Cap
loopy \n.
cap matches indentate print left paren quotes cap loopy loopy exclamation \n quotes right paren semicolon.
Okay, and this is
cap line 6.
line 6.
Indentate print left paren quotes cap loopy loopy exclamation cap line 5.
And I have the same thing on line 5. So I could save that.
Saving file /home /text /cap document /discrem -l tilde /document /describe -tutorials.
Shh, quiet Emacs. I can open my shell, and I can hit
dot / dot
make.
clang -o loops dot c dot
Okay,
/
and then I
lo
can
loops
run the command loops.
loopy loopy exclamation $.
Great. Okay, so I can run it twice. That's really annoying. It's really annoying. Maybe if I was really smart, I could, copy and paste. But that's also a waste of time. What if I want to change it to 4 times or 7 times or 300 times? Wouldn't it just be easier if I could tell it, hey, do this thing 100 times? Well, fun fact, you can. Let's figure out how. So I'm going to go back to my file.
Loops.c2 c/*l 71%.
Okay. And we are going to add some new information into this file. So we're going to start with something called a for loop. It is the most basic kind of loop. Now, it does a lot of things, so we're going to ignore some of them for now, and I'll only showcase the pieces that matter. So you start with the word for.
Oh,
For. And then you type a left parenthesis, and then you create a new variable. It's usually called I, so int. I equals 0.
Indent 2 for left paren int I equals 0 semicolon.
Okay.
0.
I is less than, and this is the important part, 5.
Indent 2 for left paren int I equals 0 semicolon I less than 5 semicolon.
You'll notice that there's a lot of semicolons in here. That'll be explained later.
5.
And then I plus plus.
Cap matches for left paren.
Okay, and it matches the left parenthesis of the for.
Cap I.
Okay.
Cap matches for left paren int I equals 0 semicolon I less than 5 semicolon I plus.
Okay, so you'll notice that our right brace matches our left brace, so that's good.
Space, new line.
Oops.
Right break.
Okay, so now I'll go over again. So we've got our int main.
Int main left paren right paren left brace.
Then we've got our for loop.
Indent 2 for left paren int I equals 0 semicolon I less than 5 semicolon I plus right paren left brace.
And then we've got a blank line, and then we've got our right brace.
Indent 2 right brace.
Okay, so then what we're going to do is inside this for loop, we're going to do something a certain amount of times. So let's say we want to do printf loopy.
Loopy. Space YPOO.
Let's make this easier for ourselves. 5 times \n.
Cap matches indent for print left paren quotes 5 times \n quotes right paren semicolon.
Okay, And that's good. Well, we will save the program.
Saving file /home /text document /describe.
Okay, that's enough. And then we will run back to our terminal.
Tilde /document /describe -ke.
Run make.
Clan -o loops loops dot c. Dot
And we
slash
will
l
run
o o
loops.
p s. Sole completion. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times loopy loopy exclamation. Loopy loopy exclamation. $.
So you'll notice that it actually printed 5 times. 5 times. Isn't that a thing? So it turns out that what changes the amount of times is this 5 right here in I is less than 5.
Indent 2 4 left parent int I equals 0 semicolon I less than 5 semicolon semi 5.
I less than 5. So this 5 right here.
Space less than space I space less than space 5 semi.
If we change this 5 to
5
10.
Saving file /home /text document /describe -tutorials tilde /document /describe.
Quiet Emacs. And then we run make again.
Clan -o loops loops dot c dot slash l o o loops. 5 times 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 loopy loopy exclamation. Loopy loopy exclamation.
You'll notice that it runs it 10 times. So what is this for loop doing? Why is it so complicated? Well, it turns out that a for loop is actually a simplified version of a while loop. Well, what is a while loop? Well, imagine it just like the English word while. Hey, while I am biking, I am going forward. So as long as I am biking, I am going forward. Okay. So we'll have to talk about variables next. So here's what we're going to do. After our for loop, after closing it with the right brace, we will create a new variable. Again, don't worry, it won't interfere. We're going to call it, maybe we'll call it j. So int j equals 0.
Indent 2 int j equals 0 semicolon.
Okay. And then we'll do a while loop. While j is less than let's say 3.
Cap matches while left parent.
Okay.
3.
And then a left brace to open up our while loop, and a right brace to close our while loop.
Cap matches while left parent j less than 3 right parent left brace. Indent 8 print indent 2 right cap.
So you might notice that there's all these braces. So the braces are essentially blocks of code. So it's multiple statements with semicolons at the ends kind of smashed together. And it says, okay, this is part of one thing. This is the thing I want you to do 5 times or 10 times or whatever. So you'll also notice that in our main function, we've got int main left brace, and then we end with a return 0 right brace. So all of this is consistent with having things as blocks. So int main is this block of things, and this for loop is a block of statements, and this while loop is a block of statements. So a while loop, while j is less than 3, okay?
Indent 2 while left parent j less than 3 right parent left brace.
Okay, so we're going to indent, and this will indent us 4. I don't think it'll say.
Indent 4 L.
Yeah, see there? So indent 4. So now we're 4 in instead of just 2. So that's the progression. You can set it to 1 or 4 for each space, but it's anyway. Don't worry about that right now. So let's say we want to do something 3 times. Well, I want to print f 3 times exclamation point.
Exclamation.
No exclamation point. Maybe a period. \n.
Cap matches print indent 4 print left parent quotes 3 times dot \n quotes right parent semicolon.
Okay. Now this is great, but this will actually run infinitely. Well, why? We say int j equals 0, while j is less than 3, print 3 times. That's going to run forever because j is never changing. So what we can do is we can say j plus plus semicolon.
Indent 4 j plus plus semicolon.
Okay. What this does is it says, hey, add 1 to j. Whatever j is right now, add 1 to it. Oh, excuse me. I must be tired. So now we've got this while loop. We've set up j as 0, and we say, while j is less than 3, do this thing. Then we're saying j++. So add 1 to whatever j currently is. So let's save this.
Saving file /home.
Okay, that's enough.
_document Emacspeak 1.50 Emacspeak.
Okay, shh. Okay, sometimes it talks a little too much. So we're gonna make it again. We're gonna have to deal with it saying 5 times, 10 times, but
MKE.
we'll work with it.
Plan -o loops loops dot c dot
Okay, and we will run loops again.
5 times 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 3 times dot 3 times dot 3 times dot loopy loopy exclamation.
Okay, so you'll notice that it said 3 times dot 3 times. So what's the difference between that for loop and that while loop? Aren't they doing the same thing? Well, it turns out they are actually doing the same thing. The for loop is just a more compressed version of this while loop. For loops were invented later as the creators of C realized that while loops are used in this way with the counter that goes up and stops at a certain point. They were used so often that they made a special loop structure just for this case, because it turns out this is used pretty often. Now, this is great. You'll notice we can print all this stuff. This file will also be available on my website. The concept of variables is much more advanced than just setting a counter equal to 0 and adding to it. So in some point in the future, I might talk about like how to do scanf, which is where you can get input from a user. But for now, you will be able to see how to loop X amount of times. So do something 5 times, 10 times, 12 times, whatever you want. I'll read out the file one last time so that you have a full picture of what it's doing.
Loops.c2 C/*L7 invent cap beginning of buffer.
There we go. Okay, and just line by line.
/ how to do many things with few lines. Pound include less than stdio.h greater than int main left paren right paren left brace invent 2 4 left paren int I equals 0 semicolon I less than 10 semicolon I plus right paren left brace invent 4 print left paren quotes 5 times \n quotes right paren semicolon invent 2 right brace invent 2 int j equals 0 semicolon invent 2 while left paren j less than 3 right paren left brace invent 4 print left paren quotes 3 times dot \n quotes right paren semicolon invent 4 j plus semicolon invent 2 right brace invent 8 print left paren quotes cap loopy loopy exclamation \n quotes right paren semicolon invent 8 print left paren quotes cap loopy loopy exclamation \n quotes right paren semicolon invent 8 return 0 semicolon right brace.
So that's the file, and that's how you do loops.